in this first half. And the Browns add on to their lead. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for two here. And they're going to get it. That one's caught. And now the lead moves to 16-0.
I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at
The line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 37 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead. Take the knee, get on out for the half.
By Keanu Neal.
A 2nd down throw for Vick. They'll roll him out right. And this one's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 1st down and then some, 36 yards. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Escaping the pressure right. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. This will be the final play of the half. Vick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we've hit, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The Browns are going to get the 2nd half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down. Dancing to his left. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They will indeed go for it. Vick letting one fly. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper, 34 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so long?
Now a hit and a loose football. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Look at him go inside the 30. And this is picked up by the Browns. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Michael Vick. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now here's Vick. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Now a hit and a loose football. Still going inside the 30. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
No good.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
Recovered by the...
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. Cooper was the target there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Vick flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Forced out to his left. Going for it all. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. 5 touchdown passes now for Michael Vick as his guys continue to pour it on. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Here's Oliver. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Take over first. and 10 at their.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown.
Todd Gurley, 68 yards. And the Falcons are able to make things a bit more respectable.
But I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that.
And that's caught inside the 35. There he goes, Amari Cooper. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 70 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Boy, the action just coming fast. And this is going to be intercepted. And a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, good-looking return set up here.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
Michael Vick sacked. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lee. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns.
A fumble on the play.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Browns drive about to get started, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Looking again that time for Amari Cooper. Despite the late lead, Vic's going to throw. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Flush to his right, and he's going to keep it here. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Davidson on the tackle.
And that'll just about do it for us in this one. You've notched another win, and the next challenge awaits.
The coach here, and welcome to this ultimate challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Cleveland. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And his first pass is incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, but it'll be 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
He was looking to get it into his receiver, Cooper, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper, 35 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. And, of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is, when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So pretty interesting. They get the opening drive touchdown. They wanted a little more. They were looking for 8, maybe something they thought about before the game started, I would imagine.
I think you're right about that. That's discussed in your staff meeting. A decision is made. I think the head coach has to blueprint it and say, yes, let's go ahead and do that. In this case, though, let's give some credit to the guys on defense. They gave up the touchdown, but found a way to regroup and keep them out of the end zone for the 2-point play.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains,